application layer. The function of the application layer. Application layer is not about the applications. It's not showing applications like Chrome, Firefox, etc. Instead, it uses different protocols to access these applications properly. Okay, means application layer uses some protocols for surfing, for the web surfing, and provides some network services to the user, and it's not mean that it is showing the applications like Chrome, Firefox, etc. It is actually how it access these applications properly with using the protocols. It uses some protocols like HTTP. The protocols use HTTP, HTTPS, etc., and it performs some network services. The network services are actually the file transfer. For file transfer, it uses the protocol FTP, which is file transfer protocol, and then it uses some other protocols for the network services like emails. For email, it uses SMTP emails. It uses SMTP, which is the service management emails, and it uses SMTP. Wave surfing. For wave surfing, it uses the HTTPS, and the last one is virtual telnet, virtual terminals services provided by the telnet protocols. These are the telnets. These are the protocols: telnet, FTP, SMTP, HTTP. Yes, these are the protocols used by the application layer. So the functions. What are the functions of the application layer? The application layer is responsible for the to access the applications like Chrome and Firefox, etc., and it uses some protocols. You have to know about the protocols in details: HTTPS, FTP, their full forms, and how they works, etc. And these are the main task of application layer. Then we are going to the second layer of OSI model, which is the presentation layer. Presentation layer takes data. Application layer gives data to the physical layer, and then physical layer performs some operations on this data. The functions performed from with the application layer. The application layer first is the receive data from application layer, and the second one is the converts. It converts the data into binary data. Suppose sender sends, means application layer gives a data DFAP, and then for the machine understandable language, it is converted to the binary form. The binary form, it is converted to, means slated. First translation is done, is converted to binary bits. Suppose it is converted to 11001. This is a large bit, binary bit, and then to reduce the space taken by these binary bits, it should be compressed to small bits. Suppose it is compressed to 1101, then it takes less space but giving the same information about the data, and it's more faster. So the physical layer functions, the first one is receive data from application layer, second converts the data into binary data, machine understandable. Okay, machine understandable language, binary data we get, and the compressed one. The third function of the physical layer is to perform the compressions, data compression. Is the data compression? Data compression may be lossy or lossless. Lossless. The lossy means it loses some data during compression, and lossless is the most preferable data compression in which the data during compression not loses any bit, any data. And then fourth function is actually the encryption. Encryption is done to maintain the integrity, to maintain the integrity of data. Encryption, there are four. One, receive the data from application layers. Second, converts the data into binary data which is understandable by the machine easily, and then compress the data. And the fourth one is encryption, to maintain the data integrity. Actually, encryption is done by the sender. Sender sends the data and receiver receives it. After receiving it, will decrypt it. So the fifth function is decryption. The fifth function is the decryption. So the physical layer for main function is to compress the data. Data compression, make the transmission faster, and data takes less space. This is the main function of the physical layer. Then the second, we have completed the second layer functions. Then moving to the third, which is session layer. Session layer actually perform the session management. Session management means, suppose a computer is requesting for any data from server, then the server will how it allow the computer to access these data. So first of all, it will authorize it, and then first authenticate, then authorize, and then access of data is possible. So session layer main function is the session management. The second function is the authentication. Actually, it performs first the authentication and then authorization. These are the three functions of the session layer. And then we are going to see it in detail.